Unstoppable crew members. We here live on YouTube. We live on YouTube. Shout out and respect due to my newest subscribers, and they are as follows. Island Chick 481. And both of these newest subscribers, if you got over 10,000 subscribers and you subscribe to my little channel, I feel like you'd have made it. And they are Earl Rose, Ever Glorious Lives at 10,000 subscribers. And last but certainly not least, the one and only S3. I'm sorry, the one and only S Hutchinson 3. She had almost 20,000 subscribers. So anytime somebody over 19,000 or 10,000 subscribers subscribe to my YouTube channel, I feel like I done made it. My channel judges are as follows. Spicy Kai Wax Dog. The definition of anarchy, no nonsense Stucky. A sense of our Carter Club, Stage Girl, All Media Access News, Mrs. Money to You, Sheila Cherry MVP, Carolina Hillbilly 1961, Aisha of Memphis, Snap Shorty, Jay Dunn, Content of Tennessee, Angela M, Cindy Briggs, Triumphant Tiff, California Dreaming in NYC, Hot in Cali, Jay's Off-Brand TV, Crown Empress, SF Rose, The Lockhart Perspective, Black Spring or Autumn, Intelligence Done Right, Soldier Kajal TR9 Eric X, and last but certainly not least, Sugar Sister Stacy. I want to give an extra special shout out to their tube CEO, not yours or mine, Susan Wojcicki. My name is Derrick C. Williams, and I'm just one man. In the comment section on YouTube, this is going to be a makeup live from yesterday. The title of this presentation will be called Check and Mate. Let me check this top chat here before we start. The live chat. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, here we are, right? We here live at the restaurant doing what we do. So like I said, this is going to be kind of like a makeup live from yesterday, because when I was outside for whatever reason, now all of a sudden I'm not getting no reception in none of these places. So I find that I have to be indoors, but I'm gonna find somewhere outside. It's only a matter of time, because I know I got an upgraded phone, so it can't be the phone, so it got to be the service. Unstoppable Live. Thank you for sharing the stream, me brother. Wagwan, bless up on yourself. Yes. So anyway, I wanted to say really quick, Content of Tennessee just did a video. It's all hot there. Salute, it's all hot there. Miss Lynch, you're a moderator in here. If you would, please, would you be so kind as to drop the link for Content's latest video? Unfortunately, she has what we would call a economic interruption. I'll put it like that. And she was very upbeat and everything. And so I just wanted to give my send out my empathy and my heartfelt feelings toward Content of Tennessee. Without question, one of the best content creators on YouTube. I actually wish she would go back to that moniker of being called a content creator evaluator. That name just hot. So anyway, again, like I said, I would like to call it an economic interruption. Happened to the best of us, didn't happen to Derrick. Ain't nothing to it. Thank you. It's all hot there for sharing the stream. And in fact, oftentimes I think about myself. Something that Dr. Boyce Watkins said. He said he wanted to live the way other people won't, so that in the future he can live in the way other people can't. And what he meant by that is you don't have to rely. Black Spring with Autumn, thank you for sharing the stream. You don't have to rely on a job to get you through. So when you have these economic interruptions, you know you can keep on kicking. So again, salute the Content of Tennessee, and it's all hot air or Black Spring with Autumn. I want y'all to put Content of Tennessee's latest video in the stream, please. Thank you. Let me check this top chat. Oh, head do salute. Paper Chase Me, what up with you, boy? Yeah. Paper Chase Me, you know what it is. You're a talented dude, so I want you to put all your contact information in the stream so folks can get to know what time it is. Paper Chase Me is a beatsmith and just a nice human being. So you may want to get down with Paper Chase Me if you work your saw. All right. So yeah. So this ain't gonna be about like I said, this is like a little makeup live from yesterday, because my signal was bad and all that. So I'm just got, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stories. As you know, this is the tail end of Black History Month. So I'm going to say the best for last. All right, being that this is the last day of African American History Month. All right, but first up, Black Spring with Autumn. Um, Yesterday, if you could put this link in the stream, this is just from yesterday. There was a young lady from Jamaica named Shanita Beckford. She stabbed up, or as they say over on the island, she slapped away her lesbian lover. She juked her. She poked her 2 times and killed her. And the funniest thing about it is that she said she wasn't running away, but she went live on Facebook to tell people that she was, quote, defending herself. And she poked this woman 2 times. So I believe she's now in police custody. So let me check this top chat. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Black Spring with Autumn. Yeah. Well, Paper Chase Me, he a moderator in here too, so you know what it is. So yeah. So Paper Chase Me, your contact information regarding your beats and all the good work that you do for us music making. Let folks know what time it is, so you know I'm not on Instagram or I ain't on I got a self-imposed ban for Facebook and all that other nonsense. So you know, so Paper Chase Me, this for you, boy. Put your contact information in there. So yeah, so Black Spring with Autumn. If you remember from yesterday, I had put that link. I told you to put that link in the stream regarding the woman over in Jamaica that juked up her lesbian lover, because that, you know, that was all in line with my Love Will Find a Way video. All right, so let me check this top chat here. Okay, hold up, Unstoppable. Wait a minute, hold up, Unstoppable TV. I gotta make you a moderator. You Unstoppable Live. When I get back to the house, I'm gonna make you a moderator for Unstoppable TV. Yeah, right, my brother. Yeah, they said she was a Jamaican national that lived in the Bahamas, and she juked up her woman friend there. Thank you, Black Spring with Autumn, for sharing that. Yeah. So Unstoppable, you will definitely have a rinse as soon as I get back to the house, because for whatever reason it won't let me pull this up. All right, but at any rate, as y'all know, a lot of people call it the Big C. I call it the pandemic. So these next 2 stories will be regarding that. So Black Spring with Autumn, if you could put this link in the stream for me. All right. So this is just the case. See, I should have put this for my video from last week for people virtue signaling and all that. When I read the story, it'll make sense to you. All right. This is out of my better source, Natural News. So let me take this top chat here before we get it going. Okay. This is out of Natural News, like I said. Vaccine doctor suffers miscarriage after St. Ives 19 vaccine, and she tweeted #vaccines work. Now, I want to say at the outset, to stay in line with the WHO and CDC guidelines, correlation does not mean causation. In other words, just because she took the shot don't mean she lost her child. All right? Now, if you believe that, you believe anything. All right? Jewel in the kitchen, salute. Miss Lackey, salute. Craig Jones Jr., salute. Moderators, if you would please, can you please drop Jewel in the kitchen's link in the stream for me and run it a few times for me? Thank you. All right. So here we go. Dr. Sarah Ponce, MD, is making headlines after suffering a horrific miscarriage following her St. Ives 19 vaccination. A 2019 graduate of the Medical College of Wisconsin, Ponce not too long ago completed her residency in radiation oncology. Her SheMD profile claims that she is passionate about medical education, public health, and mentorship, particularly with women interested in radiation. That's a quote. Ponce is married with 1 daughter and was about to have her child when she took the vaccine, and it changed her plans. Instead of delivering a second healthy baby, Ponce, who boasted on Twitter several weeks prior about being fully vaccinated, suffered what no expected mother should suffer. On January 28th, Ponce announced that she was 14 weeks pregnant and had chosen to get vaccinated for the virus in order to, quote, protect myself, my baby, my family, my patients, and community. Red, lele, blue, blah, blah. Quote, when it's available to you, I encourage you to do the same, close quote. Ponce tweeted several more times that same day explaining that, quote, as a physician, she feels a responsibility to protect cancer patients that I see on a daily basis, especially those who are immunocompromised from their therapist. Quote continues, we should be examples of social distancing, masking, and vaccination. I'm in the medical field and I'm totally against all of this. It's not founded in any science, but we're gonna continue. Ponce went on to virtue signal. Thank you very much, young lady. Bless your heart. What's your name?
Milan.
Who?
Milan.
All right, salute to you, Milan. All right, bless your heart. Yeah. All right, but we're gonna continue. Ponce went on to virtue signal. Not good. And this is a quote, but also as a human, we all have a responsibility to do what's best for our community and for each other. Now, on the surface, that sounds reasonable, but the fact is, none of this is scientific based. Ponce made sure to cite a number of virtue signaling hashtags like quote, hashtag vaccine work and hashtag we are all here together. This is another quote. I've always been open about my motherhood journey in medicine, and it's with a heavy heart that I have to tell my med Twitter family to make a YouTube TV. Thank you for sharing the stream. That I have to tell my med Twitter family that I have suffered a miscarriage at 14 and a half weeks. All right. And she went on to block her Twitter account, and she is now pretty much off the grid, so the story says, because people were probably going to start asking her about what happened to the child. All right, so that's all we have for that story. So again, Black Spring with Autumn, if you could put this link back in the stream. Another sad case of virtue signaling. In fact, any of the moderators that are here, it's my understanding that about 30 nuns in Kentucky came down. They were vaccinated. About 30 nuns in the state of Kentucky. About 12 or 13 of them took deathly ill, and I think 2 or 3 of them died. So any of the moderators, anything you hear me say, feel free to type it in. But it's my understanding that a monastery down in Kentucky, you had about 30 to 40 nuns took the jab, and a few of them died. But of course, correlation does not mean causation. So we're going to continue here. All right. Yeah. Okay. Come on, read Unstoppable. Shout out and respect due to all Unstoppable crew members. All right. Oh, yeah, Agile. Whoa, hold up. There you go. Yeah. Salute to my 500 subscriber, OA Agile Enigma. All moderators put OA Agile Enigma's link in the stream for me, please. Got this Captain Morgan's. You feel what I'm talking about? Yeah. And got, let me see here. Got this orange pill and got this blue moon. You feel what I'm talking about? Yeah. So all moderators, please put OA Agile's link in the stream for me, please. Thank you. All right. So this is our second story here. Now, of course, if you come down with this thing, it's my understanding back in January, Styles P of the Lock said he came down with this thing in January when nobody, to my knowledge, nobody really was talking about St. Ives 19 in January of 2020. It really didn't start getting on the national level, or didn't come on my radar until about February. But if you contract this thing, you should go on and live the rest of your life, and things will continue as they were. However, they're saying now if you survive this thing, you're gonna have some problems. So Black Spring with Autumn, if you can put this link in the stream for me. Salute to Craig Jones. Yeah, Black Spring with Autumn, if you would please, or any of the moderators, I need to see OA Agile, the Enigma's link in the stream. I have not seen it as of yet. Thank you. Yeah, come on, read Unstoppable. Shout out and respect you to all Unstoppable crew members. So if you get this thing and you recover, you may go crazy. This is what Oxford, a very reputable source. People who quote test positive for the St. Ives 19 and do not end up dying while quote and being infected have a 1 in 3 chance of developing either a mental or neurological illness following their quote recovery. A hilarious study claims. The University of Oxford naturally put out the paper, which claimed that 33.6% of people who survive the Chinese virus are subsequently diagnosed with their first psychiatric or neurological disease within 6 months, if you can believe that. Jay's Off-Brand TV salute. There you go, Miss Lackey. You see that, Miss Lackey on the job. Since correlation, as I have said, so we can stay within the guidelines of the WHO, as we know, since correlation always equals causation in the age of the novel St. Ives 19, the researchers involved with the study say that people should really be careful not to catch the disease because it can make them go crazy too. The non-peer-reviewed paper, because who could possibly take any of this seriously, also claimed that testing positive for the St. Ives 19 virus is associated with a 1 in 9 chance of developing a depression or suffering a stroke, if you can believe that. Ordinary flu was not determined to have any association with these conditions, probably because it has never become mandatory. Stay-at-home orders, forced mask wearing, or other new normal requirements that have done a number on people's mental health. Imagine my shock. The lockdowns ain't doing nothing but making folks go crazy. You seeing all these incidents of child molestation, domestic violence, all this type of crazy stuff. But all this stuff is supposed to flatten the curve, they say. As you might expect, the Oxford study does not even consider the health impacts of the government response to the pandemic, which has caused far more harm than the virus itself. All right? The medical establishment is pretending that there is no connection and that it is just one big mystery as to why so many people are diagnosed with this thing are now having a difficult time with their mental health. And this is a quote from Max Tiquet from Oxford. I don't think we have an answer to the question yet. Imagine my shock. The quote goes on, for diagnoses like stroke or intracranial bleeding, the risk does not tend to decrease quite dramatically within 6 months. But for a few neurological and psychiatric diagnoses, we don't have the answer about when it's going to stop, he added. All right. The study admittedly does not conclusively prove that the novel virus is a direct cause of these horrific outcomes. Perhaps the vaccine, I don't know. As this writer stated earlier, through associated lockdowns and other restrictions are far more likely. So there you have it for that story. So apparently, again, Black Spring with Autumn, if you can put this link in the stream, so apparently if you catch this thing, you got a 1 in 9 chance of going crazy and losing your marbles and all this other stuff. So stay safe. All right, so let me check this top chat here. Salute to the Shining Wizard, also known as the Ultimate Hit. Yeah, Black Spring with Autumn. If you remember from yesterday, I had talked about this guy got tackled by employees at a tire shop because he didn't want to wear no mask. So that was dedicated to the Shining Wizard. So if you had that link, could you put that put that link in the stream for me, please? Thank you. All right, so we're about 18 minutes into this live presentation. And like I said, this is a makeup video from yesterday. The title of this video is called Check and Make, because I play a lot of chess. Thinking man's game, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. All right. So we got 1, 2. Yeah, we got 1, 2. We got 4 more stories. We'll try to be out of here in under an hour because I know it's Sunday and y'all got stuff to do. All right. So everybody now, I did a video where I called Stevie Wonder. I said Stevie Wonder is an idiot, and I called him an idiot because he went and did a concert, and he was saying that if anybody would give black people in America reparations, it would be President or Regime Commander. I'm sorry, scratch that. That was wrong, YouTube. Regime Commander Joseph R. Biden Jr. But as you know, they have been studying reparations for at least 35 years. No money has been given and ain't no money forthcoming. So anybody that's looking for reparations, forget about it. You ain't gonna get it. Do I think we are old? I would say morally, yes. But the fact is that the country is about $28 trillion in debt. Where they gonna get the money from? And you just asked out. The Jews got reparations. The Japanese got reparations when they were interned in World War II. You feel me? But the black people, y'all just SOL. It happens. So anyway, Black Spring with Autumn, if you can put this link in the stream for me. We're about 19 minutes into this live presentation. All right? Now I'm wondering how they gonna make this happen. I want y'all to put in the comment section how you think they gonna make this happen. All right? Jay's All Brand TV. I was trying to share the link. It's all okay. Don't worry about it. You're going to get a Jay's Off Brand TV. Don't worry about it. It's easy work. It's easy work. This is out of the hill.com. Virginia House votes to require colleges to make reparations for their role in slavery. This is just the bullet points. Red, tay, lead, blue, blah, blah. A bill passed by the Virginia House on Thursday requires that 5 public colleges and universities offer scholarships or economic development programs to the descendants of slaves who labored on their campuses. The measure calls for Longwood University, the University of Virginia, Virginia Commonwealth, the Virginia Military Institute, and the College of William and Mary, schools built before 1865, to identify all enslaved peoples to the extent possible who worked on the grounds. The measure would take effect in 2022-2023 academic year if it's passed by the Democratic-controlled Senate. 5 public colleges and universities may have to pay reparations to the descendants of slaves who helped build and run their institutions under a bill that was passed on Thursday in the Virginia House. The schools would then be required to offer full 4-year scholarships or economic development programs to the descendants of slaves. The project would allow descendants to attend any of the 5 institutions. The measure would take effect, as I said, in 2022 if it's passed by the Democratic Senate. All right. The bill does not allow for colleges to use state funds, and I don't think they should, or tuition revenue to pay for the what they call the Enslaved Ancestors College Access Scholarship and Memorial Program. Too much virtue signaling. Here, let me read this again. The bill does not allow for colleges to use state funds or tuition revenue to pay for the quote Enslaved Ancestor College Access Scholarship Memorial Program, which means the project will require private fundraising or endowment revenue to support it. So there you have it for that story. So apparently, I don't know how they're gonna come up with this money, but they got to come up with this money so the descendants of slaves from the Virginia area, if you want to go to school, they got to have it. So there you have it for that story. All right. All right. The Shining Wizard. Does does St. Ives 19 disappear when people sit down in a restaurant? I was just reading a article today that I'm going to actually put on my well, you know what, I tell it to you now. In the past 6 weeks, the number of cases has dropped a whopping 77%. Anybody in their right mind, any reasonable person has to know that they used this pandemic to get Trump out of there. You don't even hear the cases. You don't hear the numbers rising. You see the numbers plummeting all of a sudden. And so ultimate hit, I've been coming out since they reopened everything. And of course, the virus just seems to dissipate once you sit down. But people do wear their mask at the dinner table. I would never understand that for the life of me, but to each their own. All right, so there you have it. Now you would think that being that this is an airborne thing, there's nothing you can do. The minute you step out of your house, which is ignorant right there, why would people want to wear a mask in the home? If the air circulates all over the planet at the same time, there is nowhere to go. And as I've often said, unless you are in a hermetically sealed environment or an airtight environment, there's nothing you can do. A mask ain't gonna help you, man. A mask ain't gonna help you. You look stupid, enemies that wear 2 and 3 masks. You're stupid. It just and I hate to be raw like that, but Dr. Russell Blaylock has pointed this out. Dr. Rashid Buttar, Dr. Mercola, Dr. Joseph Mercola, Dr. Edward Group, Dr. Sherry Tenpenny, and others have shown where this is it's laughable. It's unfounded. It's totally unfounded. Now, those who wish to wear the mask, y'all know how I feel about it. So at this point, I feel it's a mode of control, and people have just been acclimated and frightened into complying. I think any reasonable person has to come away with that conclusion. So let me check this top chat here. Brother Derrick, we got lost along the way. The game took the brother off the street to preach to the youth and keep focusing. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are one of the kind, last of the Mohicans, and I salute you. Well, no, Craig Jones, I had to say thank you for that compliment. No, I'm just one man in the comment section on YouTube. That's it. That's it. Um, I'm never going to get as big as PewDiePie, nor do I want to. I just try to raise my daughter with the help of her mama, and I just try to stay gainfully employed. As you can see, I got my little bill. I play chess. I do my little exercises. I don't bother nobody. I give everybody respect. I just want respect in return. And I just happen to read a lot. And the reason why I read a lot is because the hip hop that I came up on, there was no internet. And so when they said things in their rhymes, it forced you to have to go find it from somewhere, which forced you to read. So if you see any of my videos, I got a bookshelf. I done read close to 200 some books. And now with the internet, I mean, like it's just that's all it is. I'm not a Mohican. It's nothing special. I mean, anybody can do this, man. It's just, it's nothing. But thank you for the compliment, man. Salute to you. All right. Shining Will. Okay, yeah, you did yourself a favor. You did yourself a favor, Shining Wizard. Bruh man from Flip for Uncle. Didn't you have no. Never, I've never had it. I've never had it. And as a matter of fact, I take 20,000 international units of vitamin D every day, which Dr. Fauci said you should take vitamin D3 every day. I take 1.6 micrograms of vitamin C every day. Dr. Fauci said you're supposed to do that. I exercise. I drink 130 ounces of water about 6 days a week. So I'm always in the bathroom. I'm always exercising. So no, I have not had it. And in fact, if you have a strong immune system, most likely you won't get it. So no, I've never had it. Oh, and also too, bruh man from 5th floor, First Center Action, welcome in here. All right. So yeah, so that's pretty much. But again, thank you for that compliment, Craig Jones Jr. So yeah, we got 2 more stories. Then we're gonna get out of here, and I got a little commentary. All right. So Black Spring Autumn, as y'all know, Mr. Potato Head is an American institution. Far as toys go, I never had a Mr. Potato Head. I have been called Mr. Potato Head at times. It happens. So Black Spring Autumn, I want you to put. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, bruh man, I'm gonna get to that in just a second. Welcome in, bruh man from the 5th floor. So yeah, Black Spring Autumn and Black Spring Autumn. If you could put this link in the stream for me. So yeah, we 27 minutes into this live presentation. All right. Well, bruh man from the 5th floor. I can't give medical advice, obviously, but you saying vitamin 2? No, I mean vitamin D2. No, I take vitamin D3. Vitamin D3 is actually good. As you know, there was a Harvard study, if you believe them, and I tend to. There was a Harvard study came out about maybe 12 years ago, and they did a sampling of black children in the Boston, Massachusetts area, and over 80% of them. Any of y'all can look this up. Any of the moderators put in what you hear me say, but a Harvard study was done on black children in the Boston, Massachusetts area. Damn near 80% of them, or 8 out of 10 children, were vitamin D3 deficient. Vitamin D3 boosts your immune system. And so what it is that black people, as for whatever reason, I think we just don't take care of ourselves as well as we should. We are vitamin D deficient. So you actually open the door for these opportunistic diseases to come in and wreak havoc on the body. So I take 20,000 international units of vitamin D3 every day. I take vitamin C every day. I take zinc at night, which helps dreams to die for, magnesium, dreams to die for, and it keeps you regular. So I'm going to the bathroom at least 3-4 times a day. And because I drink all this water, I'm in the bathroom at work all day, every day. Ask my coworkers if you think I'm lying. So yeah, so salute the bruh, man. Yeah, so we're about 29 minutes into this live presentation. All right, thank you for dropping OA Agile Little Nigga. Thank you, Black Spring, for dropping that link. So yeah, so this is out of Fast Company. This fall, you're cordially invited to Mr. Potato Head's wedding. He is marrying his partner of many years, another Mr. Potato Head. And I promise it's going to be the party of the year. with, you guessed it, plenty of spuds on the menu. Toy giant Hasbro is rebranding its iconic Mr. Potato Head by dropping the Mr. from the name. On the surface, it seems like a subtle shift, but it's designed to break away from traditional gender norms. That's a problem, particularly when it comes to creating potato head families. How toddlers frequently play with the toy, according to Hasbro's research. But starting this fall, when the new brand is unveiled, kids will have a blank slate to create same-sex families or single-parent families. It's a prime example of the way heritage toy brands are evolving to stay relative with the 21st century. Before I go on, I'm gonna say this right here. That's a problem right there. Who in their right mind don't think that a child would be better balanced with the mother and the father in the home? But if they are, even if they co-parent, are not two parents, mother and daddy, ain't mom and daddy better in the long run? Hasbro launched Mr. Potato Head in 1952 at a princely sum of $98 or $10 in today's money. Back then, families had to supply their own real potato, which kids could then turn into little people thanks to plastic pieces in the box, such as hands, feet, eyes, red tape, legs, blue block bling. All right. The potato heads were the first toys to be marketed directly to children, and boy did the strategy work like gangbusters. More than a million kids were born were bought the first year. The enduring success of Mr. Potato Head comes down to its sheer silliness. Kim Boyd said, all right, the idea of a potato person with enormous mustache is universally hilarious, particularly to the sensibilities of small children. But after its initial laugh, Boyd said the kids continue to engage with the toy because it provides a canvas onto which to project their own experiences. Well, I can freestyle from here. Well, now they gonna essentially taking that away. They want two male Mr. Potato Heads to get married, or you can have a single home Mr. Potato Head, because of course, with all the dysfunction that's going on in the world, that's exactly what we need. You need to not only see it in your home, but you need to play with it with the way your toys are set up. So there you have it for that story. Just straight virtue signal. Steve Willis, salute. Old head Deuce, I got a jam for you. E40 making a play. Well, Charlie Hustle, I ain't feel, D Shot, Be Legit, E40, the female. I really wasn't feeling E40. He rapped too fast for me. I know that they love him over there in Japan, but I never really was feeling E40. So bless his heart. But I just like no. Now if you give me something for Razzcast, that would be better, or Michael Myers, that would be better, or Abstract Rude, or AC Alone, or Cronda, But E40, I really wouldn't, never really felt him. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Black Spray with Ottoman, all moderators. If you would please block Bruh Man from 5th floor. All moderators block Bruh Man from the 5th floor. Now you came in here nice, and then you're gonna talk all this old ignorant stuff. So goodbye to Bruh Man. Get the fuck out of here. Why don't you get the virus? How about that? Talking all that stupid ass. Yeah, Mr. Act Now or Later. Thank you. So all moderators block Bruh Man. Now Bruh Man, go make a video and tell your mammy I said so. How about that? Let's get it going. Get out of here. Stupid. Grow up already. Grow up already. Yeah. So anyway, now that we got the maggot out of here, and he can go back, crawl up in his mammy, we can go with these last two stories, and then we're gonna go and get out of here. All right. Thoughts Magnetic, salute. So yeah, all moderators hide Bruh Man, or Stupid Man, or Mammy Man. All right, Thoughts Magnetic, well, salute with you, boy. Salute, what's good with you, boy? Yeah, so we got two more stories. Yeah, so we're gonna take this last little sip for Bruh Man so he can go back and crawl up into his stank hoe ass mammy. Yeah, so there you go. BX Mel, salute. Salute. All moderators, stop what you're doing because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you used to. Please drop BX Mail's link in the chat. BX Mail is a very nice person. Always interactive, always show respect. So I have to give respect back. So I believe BX Mail is a content creator, so please drop his link. And like I said again, hide forever, bruh man, and tell him to crawl back up into his map. Black Spring with Autumn, if you would please, I want you to. This is probably bruh man right here. This is bruh man right here. So Black Spring with Autumn, if you would please put this link in the chat. All right, coming in here talking that was stupid. Oh, with that man, ignorant. Yeah. So this is out of Russia Today. Let me see here. Old head Deuce, we gonna debate hip hop. Okay, I am that. So whenever you're ready. All right. So this is out of Russia Today. 1 in 6 Americans under 23 say that they are LBGTQ, as more people in the U.S. than ever identify as non-heterosexual. Man, like bruh man. Megan P. Salute. Okay, all right, got you, BX Mail. Salute. All right. Well, bless you for being up in here, all right? And so you're always welcome. I see you around different comment sections. I mean, different chats and all that there. You always got a home here. So feel free to come on in. And like everybody else, I want you to question everything you hear me say. And I will answer to the best of my ability. So salute to BX Man. Salute to Megan P. New York City, stand up. Yeah, all right? More Americans than ever identify themselves as lesbian, gay, bisexual, like bruh man, transgender, like bruh man, or queer, like bruh man, according to the survey of sexuality, with 1 in 6 people under 23, like bruh man, saying they are something else other than heterosexual, like that maggot. The Gallup poll released Wednesday found that 5.6% of Americans classify themselves as LBGTQ or idiot like bruh man, up from 4.5% in 2017. That was the last time Gallup carried out polling on the issue. Gallup surveys 15,000 Americans above age 18 and found that of those identified themselves as LBGTQ were 54.6%. Damn. Jeez. Wait a minute. Maybe I'm reading. Let me read that again. Gallup surveyed 15,000 Americans above age 18 years of age and found that of those who identified themselves as LBGTQ, 54% said that they were bisexual. 24% said they were gay. 11% said that they were lesbian. Another 11.3% identified themselves as transgender, while 3.3% said that they preferred to use another term such as queer or same gender loving. We in trouble. Mr. Act Now or Later, I see you. Please put Mr. Act Now or Later's link in the stream for me, please. Yeah, just like the maggot, moron, idiot, mongrel dog, bruh man. I hope you crawl back into your disease-laced mammy. Do you feel me? Now go make a video about that. Coming in here stupid. Man, go tell your mammy failed you, man. Your mammy and your whole daddy failed you. Now please make a video because I love all publicity. All right? So we're going to continue here. Man, of the 15,000 surveyed, 86% said that they were heterosexual or straight, and 7.6% did not answer the question about sexual orientation. Women were more likely than men to identify as LBGT, and there were no meaningful educational differences. 5.6% of college graduates and 5.7% of non-college graduates when it comes to LBGTQ identification. And you can also throw a whole ass bruh man in that equation. So there you have it for that story. So this was the bruh man idiot section of my live presentation. So this was dedicated to bruh man as a idiot, and your mammy failed you and your daddy failed you, but your daddy probably beat your mammy to death and left you to die, which is why you go to various comment sections talking your talk. Now please come back again so I can block you again. I love slap away people. All right. So this is the last story. I thought I was gonna be an hour, but apparently I'm not. So again, salute to the chat, bruh man, riding hell. And tell your man I said so. I gotta leave New. Yeah, I heard. Yeah. Okay, you look okay. Okay, and so you're in Manhattan. Okay. All right, the ultimate hit. Salute to the ultimate hit. Yeah. So we're about 40 minutes into this live presentation. All right. So yeah. So again, this is the last day of Black History Month. As y'all know, it was founded by Carter G. Woodson. Started off as Negro History Week. Y'all know the rest. Red Ted Lele, Blue Blah Bling. Gerald Ford made it Black History Month, I think in the mid 70s, if memory serves. Now y'all may have heard over the week, well, the past week, that according, it was shocking news that the New York City Police Department has something to do with the death of Malcolm Little, also known as Malcolm X or Malik El Haj. I'm sorry, Malik El Haj. Yeah, Malik El Shabazz. That's it. But anyway, it was shocking news. So Boyce Watkins said, and other media outlets said that the New York City Police Department has something to do with the assassination of Malcolm X in the Audubon Ballroom, I think on February 14th, 1965, if memory serves. I think it was February 14th. I think it was, yeah, I believe it was February 14th, 1965. That was 1 week after his house was firebombed. And what it is that I'm, for the life of me, I don't see how anybody could think that that was shocking. COINTELPRO was a motherfucker back then. J. Edgar Hoover was after everybody. As a matter of fact, in Spike Lee's film, if you remember when Malcolm X was making his pilgrimage to Mecca when he was in Africa, you could see where the white man was following him everywhere. So is it a fair? Is it like what is there shocking to find out after almost 50 years that the police had something to do with the man's death? I just don't get that. But at any rate, all right, Craig Jones Jr. I'm in Brooklyn and be everywhere in the city, and as I said, I really don't see much people on edge over St. Ives 19. More so, everyone still go about their normal life. Okay, all right, yeah, but it's okay. And it's like that in Philadelphia. I think what it is, it was a phrase I was putting in my in my titles of my videos called virus fatigue. Everybody is just, they tired of it, and they just say, well, what's gonna be, and that's what I've been saying from the jump. I mean, you may have just gone live your life. And actually, I did a video, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago. I did a live 2 or 3 weeks ago where the CDC, where Merck, they are not was it Merck? Yeah, I think it was Merck. Merck actually said that they were going to suspend vaccine trials, and they actually said it was actually better for you to get the virus, get strong, and get back to normal life. All right, and that's what I've been saying from the jump. You may as well catch this thing, let it run through you, build up antibodies naturally. The body is very smart like that, and then you go on with your life. All right. The 2 people that I know on YouTube that said they had it were the Miss Yo-Yo Show, and she's alive and kicking. She actually got the vaccine. I understand she did a premiere. I am equivocal toward the vaccines, but to each their own. I believe Real Mama's Real Problem says she got the vaccine as well, to each their own. I'm equivocal on it. I won't be taking it, and all of that. But still in all, the Miss Yo-Yo Show got the virus, she says, and she recovered. The family Dream from New York, she now lives in North Carolina. She got it. She did a live from the hospital. They had nasal cannulas in her nose and all that. She recovered, and now she making videos just like me. She just looked regular. But they telling you to get this vaccine and all this other stuff when it's an experimental technology. Actually, you can't really classify it as a vaccine. Any of the moderators, anything you just heard me say, if you can find it, put it in the stream, because I know what I'm talking about. All right. So let me check this top chat here. I almost got it. Yeah, I know. Right. And that's why I told Black Spring with Autumn if she could put that link in the screen about that Canadian guy. They actually got video. I didn't want to show that because, of course, YouTube would say that would be instigating violence and stuff. But they had this guy in a chokehold at a tire shop because he didn't want to put on no mask. And so the employees, they want to be police. They had this dude in an Eric Garner hole. Do you feel me? All right? Mr. Agnow would never. I'm not going nowhere near that vaccine. The ultimate hit. Well, to my knowledge, nobody in my immediate family has gotten it. But I have to say, if they see this video in the future, any of my family, any of my blood relatives, heaven help you. Heaven help you. Heaven help you. Heaven help you. Because again, correlation does not equal causation. But it just so happened that people have been starting to get slapped away after they take the injection. It's my understanding. As a matter of fact, moderators, y'all can look this up. Y'all can look this up. Please, moderators, put this in the screen. Hank Aaron's body was not viewed by the Fulton County coroner. Hank Aaron took his injections and he passed. Do you feel me? All right. Craig Jones Jr. So much people is panicking, moving out of New York because of this thing. Well, you know what, Craig Jones, even though I'm not in New York, I follow a lot of stuff from New York. It's the draconian measures brought down by Andrew Cuomo that's making folks want to get up out of it. If I was a bet man, it's more to it than just that, you know. Thank you, Black Spring with all. Bro, I had it and naturally. Please put Mr. Agnow or Later's link in the stream, Black Spring with Autumn, or any of the moderators. And I need to see his name. I want you to run Mr. Agnow or Later's link 2 or 3 times. The man just said he had it and he recovered. I have no reason to not believe him. Like I said again, he's down with Miss Yo-Yo. Miss Yo-Yo certified this man, so he good for me, good with me. Miss Yolanda said she had it and recovered. Styles P of the Lock said he had it in January when nobody was talking about this thing, and he recovered. And not, you know, he do all the see, I got my push away shirt on. He be doing the calisthenics and all this other stuff. He got a juice bar in New York City. I've been there a couple times, so you know he healthy as a horse. So you catch this thing. Hopefully you don't, but if you do, let it run its course and you build antibodies. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. The shining wizard. People are going to get the vaccine no matter what. I know, and that's why I said heaven help them. Heaven help them. And see this video, these lives that I do and the information I put out, these are people are of like mind. You could make the argument where you preaching to the choir, Derrick. Yeah, you could make that argument, but this is something that I'm passionate about. You got other content creators that are passionate about beefing. You got folks that are passionate about hair. You got folks passionate about a lot of stuff. I'm in the medical field and I'm passionate about passing information to my fellow humans. Now, what you do with it or not, that's your affair. But for me and mine, I won't be taking it. Damaris, my daughter, she ain't taking it. Her mama Shirley, she ain't taking it. My brother in Houston, he laughing at it. I got a brother that's a teacher in Greenville, Mississippi. He said he ain't taking it. My other brother, he in retail, he ain't taking it. I don't know about my 2 sisters, but if my 2 sisters or my stepmama or my daddy, any of them want to take it, or my cousins, any of my cousins in Chicago, Detroit, St. Louis, Los Angeles, or Ohio, anyone that want to take it, heaven help, heaven help, heaven help, heaven help. All right, so yeah, so this is the last story. So like I said, we're gonna be under an hour. So as I said, Martin Luther King, as y'all know, got killed April 4th, 1968 at the Lorraine Motel in Memphis, Tennessee. It is now a museum, I understand. I've never been. Oh, whoa, hold up. There you go. There you go. So here we go. Cheers. We got the Blue Moon now. This is not this normally shout out and respect due to Lone Star beer reviews. I need to see Lone Star beer reviews link in the stream. Cheers to Lone Star. That's the Blue Moon Lone Star with the lemon, with the orange wedge. I need to see Lone Star link in the stream. All right. But at any rate, as y'all know, King got slapped away by, they say, by James Earl Ray. But never mind that, the Judge Joe Brown later on came back and said, no. The government admitted that there was a conspiracy to kill King. Now, whether Ray actually pulled the trigger, that's debatable in light of the fact that the government themselves admitted that there was a plot to kill King. This is confirmed. Any of the moderators, please put down what you just heard me say, because people won't believe it. All right? Yeah. So yes, I need to see Miss Lackey. It's all hot there. Now my moderators y'all got to work with me now. I need to see Lone Star Beer Reviews link in the screen. Salute the Lone Star Beer Reviews. Got this Captain Morgan's rum. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So we over here chilling, Lone Star. Okay. Thank you. Okay. All right, Miss Lackey on the job. Come on, read Unstoppable. Shout out and respect due to all Unstoppable crew members. My family in Jamaica wants me to take the shot. I tell them no. Heaven help you. Heaven help you. I understand that Johnson & Johnson just got approved for their jab. Black Spring or Autumn or any of the moderators. I want y'all to put in Johnson & Johnson can't be trusted. They just got hit for cancer. If you remember the Johnson baby powder, I used it. I grew up in 1967, Mississippi, Greenville, Mississippi. I grew up in the 1970s in Mississippi, and my mama always gave us. I was using Johnson baby powder up until the time I was 10. Johnson baby powder confirmed a carcinogen, and they paid out money for it. Everybody knows this is well known. So this is nothing. This is not medical misinformation or any conspiracy theory. This is fact. Any of the moderators, I want y'all to put any article that you can find on Johnson & Johnson's payout of money because their baby powder was linked to cancer. All right? All right. Yeah. All right. So this is the last story. So yeah. So Black Spring or Autumn. So I'm looking for Miss Lackey or It's All Hot Air. To put in the Johnson & Johnson story as Black Spring or Autumn. Put this link in the stream. This is an oldie but goodie. This is an oldie but goodie. You can't trust nobody. Salute the Lone Star Beer Review. Can't trust nobody. Can't trust nobody. Was right in his camp. Sat with this man. Ate with this man. What the CIA, the FBI, motherfucker, ain't they? you gotta love them. You gotta love them. Bro, what kills a lot of people is more the fear mentality. Yes, sir. Agreed. Not to take away from the ones with underlying conditions because that's a real thing. But if you take the proper precautions, you can heal yourself. Well, yeah, that's part of the problem, Mr. Anon. That's part of the problem. Because, like as I said a few minutes ago, because we got so many underlying conditions, because we, for whatever reason, we haven't been taking care of ourselves. You open the door for these opportunistic viruses and pathogens that come in and wreak havoc. Yes, sir. I agree with everything you said. So salute to Mr. Act Now Enough. So yeah. So Black Spring Autumn, if you could put this link in the stream, I'm gonna go on and get on out of here. Yeah. This is out of The Guardian. Martin Luther King friend and photographer was an FBI informant. You mean like Al Sharpton? Martin Luther King must have imagined that the man with the camera so often at his side was doing more than recording history. But it has been revealed that Ernest Withers, who was hands-on to capture King riding newly desegregated buses, and the shock of the civil rights leader's allies immediately after his murder, was also an FBI informant. The double life of one of the most celebrated photographers of the civil rights era was exposed by the Commercial Appeal newspaper in Memphis, which reported that Withers passed on photographs to FBI along with names and background information about activists and details as of schedule. I found out that the person who crafted the "I Have a Dream" speech and his sexual orientation ain't nothing, but they didn't tell us this when I was growing up in school in Mississippi. They just always told us "I have a dream," but in fact, Bayard Rustin, the crafter of the I Have a Dream speech was in fact a homosexual. Look into it for yourself. Any of the moderators, if you would, please, can you put that link in the screen? You'll see it. I was shocked when I heard that. And if I'm wrong, I will apologize and rest in peace to Bear Russell. His sexual orientation does not matter, but that would not have flown in 1970s Mississippi is what I'm trying to say. And so forth to come out for me to hear it as an adult, like it shocked me. We're gonna continue. Withers, who was a police officer before becoming a photographer, died 3 years ago. This was in 2010, so this is 2007. At the age of 85, documented the civil rights movement from the beginning, covering pivotal moments such as the murder of Emmett Till in 1955 and the Little Rock School integration showdown. He came to be so familiar and so trusted the king and other leaders that he sat in on strategy meetings. Yikes. Okay, I have family. Heaven helped him, Mr. Willis. Heaven helped him. Heaven helped him. My sympathies for them. Records released under the Freedom of Information request show that from at least 1968 and possibly earlier, he spied on not only black civil rights activists, but Catholic priests who supported Memphis-wide strike sanitation. Who supported a Memphis-wide strike sanitation by, let me get that right. Who supported a Memphis-wide strike by sanitation workers and political candidates recording car number plates for the FBI. That must have been a hell of a life, man. Withers also helped the Bureau to break a militant group called the Invaders, which had a following in Memphis in the late 1960s. And this is a quote: "He was the perfect source for them," David Garrow said of the Commercial Appeal. "He could go everywhere with a perfect, obvious professional purpose." Withers was identified by the newspaper after FBI failed to black out his name on a number of documents related to the agency spying on civil rights activists under a FOIA request. So they left his ass out. They left him high and dry. So he did all their dirty work for him, and then they gonna go leave his ass to die. See, that's what you get when you do dirt. The FBI was fixated on King. The then Attorney General Robert Kennedy authorized it to spy on civil rights leaders, and the FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover went so far as to bug King in bed. And so there you have it for that story. So and I'm gonna bring this up too. Now, I sent to one of my content creators. This is a direct quote. You can find this on YouTube. So this is not conspiracy theory. This is not inflammatory. This is a matter of fact. J. Edgar Hoover, I just read to you that they said J. Edgar Hoover bugged King's bed. Keep that while I check this top chat. Whoa, there she go. Shout out and respect due to New Jersey bred, sincerely yours, Nadia A. All content creators, stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. I need sincerely yours, Nadia A's link in the stream, please. Salute to sincerely yours, Nadia A. New Jersey bred. Trenton, stand up. I used to hang out at the Deptford Mall, so I'm quite sure sincerely yours, Nadia A, knows Deptford Mall well. Stayed at Deptford Mall. I ain't really go to Cherry Hill Mall all that much. I might have went there like maybe once or twice, but I always was at Deptford Mall. The FBI infiltrated many, yeah. Whoa, hold up, there you go. There she go. Let me see. Miss Lackey, I need you to drop the Amazing Maisie's link in the stream, and I want you to write out the Amazing Maisie, please. I know your situation, but if you can, it would be helpful, Miss Lackey, if you can write the Amazing Maisie and drop her link in the stream. All right. But anyway, like I said, I want you to keep this in mind now. J. Edgar Hoover had a helpful disdain. He hated King. And again, COINTELPRO was designed, or COINTELPRO, which stands for the Counterintelligence Program, it was designed to disrupt civil rights organizations in an attempt to stop, quote, the rise of another black messiah. All right. But at any rate, Hoover bugged King's bed. What I sent to one of my channel judges was that there was a quote in a book called "I May Not Get There With You" by Michael Eric Dyson, and in that book, according to Dyson, apparently some of the stuff that King said absolutely crazy. That man has said, "Look, I'm tired. I've been doing so much for our community, and so if I mess around, I'm fucking for God." That is a direct quote. That is a direct quote. King said, "I'm fucking for God." All moderators or anybody, if you can find that link in the stream, I know. Well, if you can find that link, put it in there. If somebody said find something to the contrary, or even though you're not a moderator, type that in there. But when I read this about 15 years ago, I was shocked. But it's a book called "I May Not Get There With You" by Michael Eric Dyson. Not only did King say that, but many of his sermons were in fact plagiarized. This is not to disparage King. This is just to put it on the historical record. This stuff is well known for anybody who does some digging. King said, "Yes, I'm fucking for God." Do you feel me? So that's pretty much all I wanted to say for today. So that's all my news and information. I'm gonna go and get ready to get out of here. I'm gonna go shout my channel judges out before I go. Oh yeah, Agile, there you go. Yeah, Fred Hampton. Yep, yep, yep. Thank you, Miss Lackey, for dropping OA Agile. All right, so yeah, so if you would please, Miss Lackey, I want one more favor, and that's for you to drop the Amazing Maisie's link in the stream before we get out of here. But yeah, King actually said that, and when I sent it to one of my channel judges, they were shocked and they didn't want to believe it. They didn't want to believe it, but you can find this for yourself. You can type that quote in, I think, in the search engine. Type in King fucking for God, and it'll pull up stories. It'll pull up articles. All right, so we're gonna go and get ready to close here. So we're 1 hour into this live presentation, and again, I want to thank all y'all for coming out. I want to thank Black Spring with Autumn, Unstoppable TV, and it's all hot air for sharing the stream. And these are my channel judges, and they are as follows: Spicy Kai, Wax Dog, the definition of anarchy, No Nonsense Stucky, A Sense of I, Carter Club, Stiz Girl, All Media Access News, Mrs. Monty, to you, Sheila Cherry, Carolina Hillbilly 1961, Aisha, Snap Shorty, and Jay Dunn, both of Mississippi, Dave Durango, Content, The Miss Yo-Yo Show, Angela M, Cindy Briggs, Triumphant Tiff, California Dreaming in NYC, Hot in Cali, Jay's Off-Brand TV, Crown Empress, SF Rose, The Lockhart Perspective, Black Spring with Autumn, Intelligence Done Right, and my top flight moderator. And I want to thank Black Spring with Autumn so much. The woman of horse. I'm sorry, man. The woman of juggernaut. I mean, you can't touch it. All right. Soldier Pijah, TR9 Airy X. And last but certainly not least, my heart on YouTube, Sugar Sister Stacy. Salute to the chat. I want all y'all to have a great rest of the weekend and an even better week forthcoming. Friday I'm going to go live because I ain't got to work Friday. You know me, yeah. So you know how I play. So yeah, so I'm going to go live from probably it's a place called Bear Burger. They sell organic hamburgers and stuff like that. I guess y'all know that Bill Gates now wants you to eat synthetic or cloned meat. I guess y'all heard that. So enjoy your food. Whoa, there she go. There she go. Okay. Black Spring with Autumn found it. There you go. There you go. There you go. All right. So Mr. Act Now or Later, OA Agile was my 500 subscriber, and he's also a hip hop producer based out of Houston, Texas. But he a smart dude. I'm telling you, that boy smart, man. That boy smart. All right. So yeah. So anyways, so again, so salute to the chat. I want to thank all y'all for coming out. And again, what can I say? Thank you, Craig Jones, for your kind words. And again, like I said, I'm just one man in the comment section on YouTube. It's as simple as that. So all y'all take care. Greenville, Mississippi till I die. My name is Derrick C. Williams. Salute.